Good morning, children. Welcome to class 4, EVS, chapter 6, An Ideal House. Children, we have already completed the chapter. Now, let us once again revise the chapter before discussing the book exercises. Today, we will be discussing the book exercises given at the back of the chapter. Children, what is house? As we studied in the chapter, a house is one of the basic needs without which we cannot live. House is a place where we live. We need a house to live as it protects us from heat, cold, dust, thieves and wild animals. Children, early man also lived in caves to protect himself from wild animals and nature's fury. Nature's fury means natural disasters. Natural disasters are the problems which we face due to nature, such as flood, drought, storm, cyclone, earthquake, etc. Children, slowly as the man started living a life, as we know, before in the beginning, man used to move from one place to another in search of food as well as shelter. But as they advanced, they learned to live at a same place, and then they realized the importance of house. They started building house, and they started building house with the help of the things which were available at that time. So children, they built house, and then slowly they realized what all changes they can make in the house to lead a comfortable life. Children, the comfort, it's human nature to have comfort. They think more about their comfort. All the inventions which were done by the human was in search of the comfort which human beings wants to have. So here in this chapter, ideal, the other word which we have seen in the title of the lesson is ideal. Here ideal is a parameter which is used to measure the excellence and perfection of a house. In this context, we are using this ideal word to measure the excellence and perfection of a house. How a house can be excellent and perfect. So here there are some features which should be there to make a house perfect. Children, let us see what are these features. Features of an ideal house. Under this topic, we are going to read this topic under 4 headings. That is, firstly, ventilation, sunlight and air, sanitation, open space. A house can be an ideal if it has all these things. As we know, ventilation. Ventilation is the free flow of air into the house. So here the word ventilation means the free flow of air into the house. It plays very important role in the making a house a perfect place to live. As we know, children, if you live in a compact room which has no windows and no doors, it doesn't have any window, you will feel suffocated. You won't be able to breathe easily. So it is very important for the exchange of air in the room from the surrounding. That is why in order to have proper ventilation in the house, we need to have number of doors and windows, enough number of doors and windows. And also children, in order to have fresh air into the room, or in order to get fresh air into the room, there should be plants around our house. And also we can keep some potted plants into our house to have fresh air in the room, or have the room ventilated. If the room is ventilated, properly ventilated, you will also feel cool and you will be able to maintain the temperature of the room. So children, ventilation plays very important role in making a house perfect or ideal. Now children, coming to the next topic, that is sunlight. Sunlight. Sunlight makes the house bright and kills the germ. As we know, sunlight also plays very important role in our life. As we know, it is the only source of energy, and this energy is needed by us in the form of light and heat. Light and heat energy is very important for us. It makes us active and it makes us feel active and fresh. Children, this heat, because of the heat, our house is kept dry, and this heat kills the germs. So it is very important for our house to have enough quantity of sunlight. That is why the house should have courtyard, open place in front of the house, or number of doors and windows to let the sunlight come into the house. So children, there is one more point which is very important for an ideal which we get from the sun, that is with vitamin D. Sunlight helps our body to produce vitamin D, which is very important for our bones. It makes our bones strong. So children, we get heat and light as well as vitamin D from the sun. So sunlight also plays important role in making our house an ideal house. Next is sanitation. Sanitation is nothing but related to cleanliness and hygiene. So we should maintain cleanliness and hygiene to make ourselves healthy and fit. Children, as it is said, cleanliness is next to God. If you keep your house clean, you are making a way to God. Means you are coming close to the God. So children, if our surrounding is neat and clean, we will feel fresh and healthy. Also, we should be very careful to about maintaining the sewage, proper disposal of the sewage. As we know, there are water as well as the waste which are coming out, dirty water as well as waste coming out of our house. We get lot of dirty water or the waste from the kitchen as well as from the toilet. These has to be disposed properly to maintain cleanliness. So children, an ideal house should have proper drainage system to remove the dirty water and the waste coming out from the toilets. The drains should be properly covered and cleaned regularly to prevent the germination of germs, cockroaches and mosquitoes. Children, these may lead to different types of diseases such as diarrhea, malaria, cholera, dengue, etc. The dustbin should have lid and must be cleaned every day. So children, sanitation plays very important role in keeping the house, in making a house ideal house. Now, open space. As we know, there should be open space around the house. Open space allow the sunlight to enter the house. If there are clusters of houses or the buildings around your house, you will not get enough sunlight in winter or summer. In winter also, if you want to sit in the sunlight, you won't be getting enough sunlight. And also, it is very important to get a fresh air into the house. If you have enough space, then only you will get enough quantity of fresh air into the house. And also, we need space for our children to play outside. So there should be some space for the children to play outside, and also free movement of the people living in the house. Open space also provides us space to keep the things in with a proper distance. And if you don't keep the things in if you keep the things in cluster, it is very difficult to clean the things or maintain cleanliness around the house. And also, the insects or the pests get space to breed, or insects like rats, cockroaches, they get space to breed, and it is quite difficult to kill them. And also, mosquitoes get space to hide in these, behind these things, or the among these things. So we should have enough space so that we can keep distance between the articles which are kept around or in the house. So open place also plays important role in making a house an ideal house. So children, this is all about the chapter. Let us discuss book exercises. Now, coming to page number 39, question number A, tick the correct answer. First one is, a house does not require. What a house does not require? Here we have 4 options. First one is good sanitation. Of course, a house requires a good sanitation. B, plenty of sunlight. So a house also requires plenty of sunlight, as we studied in the chapter. Option C, pests. What are pests, children? Do you know pest? Yes. So pests are the animals which live in our house, but we don't like to have them in our house. Means, children, we have 2 types of animal which we like to which live with us in our house. First one is the pets. Pets means pets are those animals which live in our house. Pets are the animals which we keep in our house willingly, but pests are the animals which live with us unwillingly. Means ki we love to have pets and we take care of them and like to live with them, but there are few more animals in our house which live with us without our unwillingly, which live with us unwillingly. So we don't like to have them in our house, but still they live with us. They are called pests. For example, rats, cockroaches, then lizard, then spider, all these are called pests. So the answer is, a house does not require pests. So here in this answer, in this question, we will tick on the option C, that is pests. So there are 2 types of animal which live with us in our house. One are the pets which we keep in our house willingly, and the other one are pests which live with us unwillingly, whom we don't want to have in our house, but still they live in our house. So these are called pests. So a house does not need pests. And the third option is proper ventilation. Proper ventilation is also needed by a house. Now, second question is a house gets sunlight due to dash. As I told you in the chapter, we get we get plenty of sunlight from the windows, or we get sunlight due to plenty of windows. B, open courtyard. So both are correct, A and B. We get plenty of sunlight from the windows as well as open courtyard. So answer A and B both are correct. So you will tick on the option C, that is A and B. And last one is none of these. Now, so you will tick on the answer both A and B because both the answers are correct. Now, third one is the free flow of fresh air in the house is called ventilation. As we have studied in the chapter, here we have four options: sanitation, ventilation, migration, none of these. But we have studied in the chapter the free flow of fresh air is called ventilation. So you will tick in the box in front of option B, that is ventilation. Now coming to the next question, that is we should not keep dash uncovered in the house. We have four options here. One is water, other is second one, option B is food, option C is garbage bins, option D is air, all of these. Now children, as we have studied in the chapter, we should not keep water, food and garbage bins uncovered. So you will tick in the option that is all of these. So here answer is all of these. So you will tick on the answer all of these. Now after this we have question number 5. This is a house protect us from rough weather. Rough weather means heat, cold, rain, storm, wild animal, thieves, all of these. So all the three answers are correct. A house protect us from rough weather, wild animals and thieves. So you will tick in option number D, that is all of these. Now coming back to the first question, we'll read once again and revise it. Tick the correct answers. A house does not require pests. So the answer is pests. A house does not require pests. So you will tick in the box in front of pests. Now a house gets sunlight due to plenty of windows and open courtyard. That means option number C, A and B. Answer is A and B. Both are correct. Now third one is free flow of fresh air in the house is called ventilation. So you will tick in the box in front of ventilation. So the free flow of air in the house is called ventilation. Now fourth one is we should not keep dash uncovered in the house. We should not keep food, water, food and garbage uncovered in the house. So all the three options are right. Water should not be uncovered, food also should not be uncovered and garbage should not be uncovered. So you will tick in the option all of these. Now a house protects us from rough weather, wild animal, thieves. All are correct. So you will tick in front of option D, all of these. Now coming to the next question. Next question is next question is fill in the blanks. We will do the next question, that is fill in the blanks. Very small living things called dash make us ill. So children, as we have studied, very small things that make us ill are called germs. So you will write here germs, G-E-R-M-S, germs. So very small living things called germs make us ill. Now next one is cleanliness is next to godliness. As we said, cleanliness is the way to godliness. If you keep your house and surrounding clean, you are close to the God, or you have made a way to the God. So you will write here godly, N-E-E-S-S-ness, godliness. Now we must keep dash covered. We must keep dustbin covered. We must keep dustbin covered. Now next one is dash remove the waste water from the house. Drains, so here you will write drains, D-R-A-I-N-S, drains. Drains remove the waste water from the house. So we'll revise once again all the fill in the blanks. Here we have very small living things called germs make us ill. Very small living things called germs make us ill. Cleanliness is next to godliness. We must keep dustbins covered. Drains move the waste water from the house. So drains remove the waste water from the house. Now next one is C. Now we are going to do C. Question number C. The early man lived in boats. Does the early man live in boat? No. Early man lived in, children, in caves. Early man lived in caves. The first one is false. You will write false in front of first one. We should clean our house regularly. We should maintain a habit of cleaning our house regularly. So it is true. We should mop and sweep the house every day. This is also a good habit. In order to keep our house neat and clean, we must mop and sweep the house regularly or every day. So this is also true. Sunlight kills the germs in the house. As we studied, sunlight helps in keeping the house dry and it also kills the germs. So this statement, sunlight kills the germs in the house, is true. Now cobwebs in the house should not be touched. The cobweb should be cleaned regularly or should be removed from the house. So cobweb in the house should not be touched is wrong statement. Here we have first one is the early man lived in boat, false. Then we have we should clean our house regularly, true. We should mop and sweep the house every day, true. Sunlight kills the germs in the house, true. Cobweb in the house should not be touched is false. Once again we'll repeat true and false. The early man lived in boats. We should clean our house regularly. We should mop and sweep the house every day. Sunlight keeps the germs in the house. Cobwebs in the house should not be touched. Now coming to the next question. give short answers to the following questions. Children, first question is, why does man need shelter? Can you tell me, children, why does man need shelter? Man needs shelter to live, to live, to protect, live and to protect themselves from heat, rain, cold, dust, thieves and wild animals. So you will write in the first question, man needs question number one. Why does man need shelter? Man needs shelter to live and protect themselves from heat, rain, cold, dust, thieves and wild animals. So children, why does man need shelter? Man needs shelter to live and protect themselves from heat, rain, cold, dust, thieves and wild animals. Now question number 2 is, question number 2. Why is it important to have green plants? Why is it important to have green plant? As I told you children, green plants cleans the air around our house. It helps in keeping the air clean and fresh. So green plants are very important for us. As we know, when green plants prepare, we have studied in the previous second chapter, we have already studied in the second chapter, green plants are the only living things which prepare their own food on the leaves in presence of sunlight, water, chlorophyll and carbon dioxide. So they take carbon dioxide from the surrounding. What is this carbon dioxide? This carbon dioxide is the air which we breathe out, which is breathed out by us, is taken by the plant, and then in result we get oxygen. That oxygen is taken by us, and this air is called fresh air. So the plants are very important around our house because they help in keeping the air clean and fresh. So you will write, it is important to have green plants around the house because green plants help in keeping the air clean and fresh. So what will you write in this answer? It is important to have green plants around the house because green plants help in keeping the surrounding in keeping the air clean and fresh. Once again we'll repeat the answer. It is important to have green plants around the house because green plants help in keeping the air clean and fresh. Now coming to the next question. Next question is third one. Question number 3. Name some diseases caused due to stagnant, dirty water. So children, the stagnant means if some water gets stored in a place, in a kind of, it is a kind of pool or in any article or in any substance, it gives birth to different types of waterborne diseases. These are diarrhea, cholera, malaria and dengue. It can be typhoid also. So the diseases which are caused by this stagnant water leads to the birth of certain microorganisms or insects or germs which lead to various kinds of diseases, that is diarrhea, cholera, typhoid, malaria, dengue. So Name some diseases caused due to stagnant dirty water is diarrhea, cholera, malaria, dengue. Now children, coming to the next question, that is, give detailed answer to the following questions. Here we are going to give long answers to the question. What will happen if sewage waste gets collected near your house? As I told you, the water which gets collected near the house is or can be called as stagnant water. So if the sewage water gets collected near your house, it will lead to several problems. It includes wastes that carry. That means the sewage is something which may have some water plus solid waste also. So this waste contains lot of poisonous substance, means the solid waste or the liquid both are dirty waters. They contains lot of poisonous substances or the matter that can cause several waterborne diseases such as cholera, typhoid, diarrhea. Because once if this water is collected at a place, it will lead to the germination of different kinds of germs, bacteria or other insects which will cause several diseases such as cholera, typhoid and diarrhea. Then sewage provides breeding place for diseases like harmful insects and germs. So these places also give space for the germs and insects to breed, which will cause different types of diseases. So if water gets collected or the sewage get collected, the waste which comes in the form of liquid or solid are the poisonous substance or the matter that can cause several waterborne diseases such as cholera, typhoid, diarrhea. And also these are the place which provides the space for the insects or germs to breed. Children, these also, if further thrown into the water bodies, they also pollute the water. These are the main pollutants which pollutes the water. So we should not allow these sewage water to get collected near our house, or it should not also be thrown into the river, because if it goes into the river, it will pollute the river water. Now next question is, explain 3 ways to keep your house clean. Children, we can keep our house clean by several methods. For example, we have to clean it regularly. We have to mop or sweep regularly. Sweep and mop the house regularly. Drains should be properly covered and cleaned regularly. Also ensure that garbage is not thrown out in the open. So by cleaning the house as well as surrounding, we can maintain the cleanliness. But here we can write only 3 points. So we will write, sweep and mop the house regularly. Drains should be properly covered and cleaned regularly. Also ensure that garbage is not thrown out in the open. In this answer, that is answer number 3. We will write, sweep and mop the house regularly. Drains should be properly covered and cleaned regularly. Also ensure that garbage is not thrown out in the open. Now last answer. What is an ideal house? As we have studied in the chapter, there are some features which makes an house an ideal house, such as first one is ventilation, sunlight, sanitation and open space. Ventilation. Ventilation is the free flow of air into the house. For this, there should be enough number of doors and windows in the house to ensure the entry of air and also outlet of dirty air from the house. There should be enough number of doors and windows to let the free flow of air in the house and also ensures the outlet of dirty air from the house is called ventilation. So children, ventilation is the first point, and second point is sunlight. As we know, sunlight brightens our house and keeps the room dry and kills the germs. So sunlight is very important to make a house an ideal. It brightens the rooms and also gives warmth to the room. By giving warmth, it keeps the room dry and kills the germs. Sunlight also helps our body produce vitamin D. Now, third point is sanitation. An ideal house should have proper drainage system to remove the dirty water to keep us healthy and our surrounding clean. Now, third one is open space. It is very important to have open space around our house so that we can have free movement. The children can play outside and also we can get enough amount of fresh air and sunlight. This is the free space which will provide us with sunlight. If there are clusters of house around our house, we won't be able to get enough amount of sunlight as well as fresh air. And also we will not be able to maintain cleanliness of our house. If we keep the things by maintaining a distance, it will be able for us to clean it regularly and maintain cleanliness in the house. So once again we'll repeat, children. An ideal house is a house which fulfills all these points, that is ventilation, sunlight, sanitation and open space. So children, with this question, last question, we have completed the book exercises and also the chapter. I will send the question answers on Snap Homework. You can complete your question answer from there. Book exercise will be done in book and question answers will be done in the notebook. Thank you, children.